folks, to number 18, episode 18. Wow. And we took a week off. I apologize. We should have put something out there saying we were taking a week off. But it's been madness lately. We got some things in the works. John was on a cruise getting down with it. I was down in Alabama golfing a little bit. So we've been all over the place. But we're back. We're ready to go. We got a lot to talk about. Anyhow, that was a nice burp. This episode is brought to you by the word record. There's so many different ways you can use that word. Like you could have a prison record. You could have like a win-loss record. You maybe need to record something. There's just so many different ways you could set a record. You could set a record. Like, I don't know why there isn't different spellings for these because it's just so confusing. Anyhow.
You can have a record of music while we're on it.
Yeah. I could record us talking about records. Anyhow. We're on Twitter at 7th Podcast, IG at 7th Rounders Pod, and our latest episodes can easily be streamed on Spotify and Apple Podcasts at 7th Rounders Podcast. Ooh, another burp. Again, that is the number 7 followed by TH Rounders Podcast. Boys plus Abby. Abby's here tonight. Don't know if she's talking, but moral support. How's everyone doing?
Fired up to be back, man. We got a lot in the works. You know, we took a little hiatus. I hope you guys had great trips or whatever. I've been, just working away in New York while you guys were enjoying your time down there. Also, I want to shout out Chad. He officially graduated college 2 weeks ago now, I believe. So he's now an adult. Well, he's technically an adult. Whether he acts like one, it's
I'm
up to
not mature enough. Not mature enough yet. I'll be honest.
Chad, what did you do now? Who were you meeting in Alabama? Who'd you golf with?
So
I heard nothing about this trip. It's very odd.
It was a 4-day trip. It was literally me, my father, and 10 of his friends. So I was just with a bunch of dads golfing in Alabama. Let me tell you, yeah, it was rather steamy. I think I have permanent skin damage. I'll tell you what, one resort we went to right next to Auburn University, or University of Auburn. I forget which one.
Auburn
the cart girls were all graduates.
Wait, no, it is University of Auburn.
The cart girls.
No, it's not.
Were all...
It's Auburn University. Okay. It's Auburn University.
Yeah, it is Auburn
University. So I was right the first time. Anyhow,
UA, Alabama's University of Alabama. That's UA, and the other one's AU.
Yeah. So the cart girls were all recent graduates of Auburn. I was like, it was like the first time I'd ever talked to a girl. I was like stuttering, like the dads were trying to help me out, like throw me a bone. I was like, my name's Chad. It was just so hard to do. They had this southern drawl, and I may move down to Alabama. Gonna be honest with you guys.
Southern draw or draw with an L?
Drawl.
With an L at the end.
Yeah. So
what was the drink of choice among the gentlemen down there?
They're big Moscow Mule guys.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Yeah. So I played like dog shit. So I got pretty drunk one round, and it was a lot of fun. I guess that's how I always got to do it. But John, tell me a little bit about your cruise. Stop flirting with Abby.
My cruise. Well, first of all, Mrs. Hunt's here. Abby's mother's here. So we have a party.
Hi,
it's
Mrs.
Party
Hunt.
525. Second of all, the cruise was good. I got a good tan. I feel great about it. I feel unhealthy. Just a lot of butter and salt in the food. My stomach is a friggin' mess. It's been a mess week. One day I did. I did one day. One day out of the 5. Stomach's
How did that go?
I need to go to a doctor.
Before you go, I tried to work out on my cruise when I went on a cruise one time, maybe twice. I almost vomited both times.
Yeah, I almost threw up for sure. I did it in the morning. It was, I think, the 3rd day, so it was the middle day. I hadn't eaten yet. It was the first thing I did when I woke up. I never do that. And I might have dripped like 5 pounds of sweat in 30 minutes. It was bad. I also pulled my lower back 15 minutes in, and then I had to when that happens, you feel it twinge in the back a little bit. Something pulls the wrong way. I threw my headphones on the ground, and I had to walk it off. I was like, maybe I didn't hurt it, and then 6 hours later, I was like, yeah, I heard it.
Dude, your lower back is literally string cheese.
It's
It's
problematic.
non-existent.
It's problematic, especially when I go that long without really doing any physical activity. Like if I don't get a deadlift in once a week, the lower back's going to be shot the next week. That's just the way it goes.
Deadlift is the key to success. The
It
key to
is.
back
It
stability.
is. It's the key to lower back stability.
Oh, that's great. Anyhow, why do we keep saying anyhow? I've never said that, and then Chad says it. I don't like it.
Anyhow,
Never said it still.
Connor, Michael Vick had a prison football intramural league. Do you know what his team's record was in that league? They played 8 games.
8-0.
3-5.
No way.
100%.
How did you find this out? Where we...
I was putting together titillations for today, and I saw it on a site.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
What I was gonna talk about is there's a lot that happened over the weekend sports wise. I don't know how much you guys watched, but this man Kawhi Leonard yesterday hits maybe the game-winning shot of NBA history. That was one of the most ridiculous rolls I've ever seen in a shot, and it was
That was
also
4 times, right?
Yeah, also fun fact. First time there's ever been a game winner, buzzer beater, in a game 7 NBA playoff
That's
game.
the most surprising part of it, considering the NBA has been around for, I don't know, more than 10 years.
Connor, bigger buzzer beater. That one right there, or Villanova's buzzer beater in the Natty a couple years ago.
What was that guy's name? Chris.
Some irrelevant
What was his
guy.
name?
I mean, it's got to be the
Dude.
championship game one.
Yeah,
not even
absolutely.
close.
It was when Archie Diacomo, he drove up
Yeah.
the court, just dropped it behind him. I think for significance, you got to go with the Villanova one, right? Because it's a national championship.
Yeah. But for the drama, I mean, bounced off the rim 4 times. But I would still go with the Villanova one.
Good.
Did you guys see the video of the fans in Toronto, like outside celebrating?
Yes.
Did anyone see that?
No, I did not.
I would have
Yes.
paid money to just be out there during that shot.
Dude, you know what they say about Toronto? It's a basketball town.
It is. And also,
is
did you
hockey?
see Drake was wearing 76ers shorts while he was watching the game?
Yes.
Dude, that's so nutty. It's like the Lil B curse on Harden a few years back. You remember that?
Yeah.
Weird
Everything
shit.
Drake touches, dude. Everything. Lost.
Everything.
Now, he took a picture with Dabo Sweeney recently that got me really fired up. So hopefully Clemson just stinks.
Dude, they might. Dabo Sweeney
That's
was
not
literally
gonna
playing
happen.
hoops on Toronto's court before like game 5, I think. Just shooting hoops because he's Dabo Sweeney. What a beast.
I hate Clemson.
That's
The thought of that program and university made me want to throw up all over the place.
sad.
And that in the stomach. So it's a double whammy for me right now.
Also, more interesting NBA news off the court. Josh Jackson got arrested apparently today
saw
or
it.
yesterday at Rolling Loud. You're telling me he's a top 5 pick and people aren't letting him into the VIP section? That's sad. You got to be
Dude, he got
irrelevant.
hit with a felony for trying to escape. A felony and a misdemeanor.
Good for him.
Brutal. It's because he's on the Suns. If he was on the Knicks or something, or the Miami Heat, dude, he's getting in there.
He's
Phoenix
not
Suns, they
even
probably don't
that
even
bad.
recognize that.
He's not even that bad, to be honest with you. Like,
No,
he's
no.
a decent player.
He's
It's so nuts.
bad.
I
He
mean,
also looks like he's 36 instead of, what, 2021? He looks like he's 36.
that afro is bananas.
Dude.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, and in his mugshot, he was wearing a Balenciaga t-shirt. Might have been the best part.
So wild. Oh my god. The other NBA series was the Blazers and the Nuggets. CJ McCollum is a bad, bad man. So good.
So is that picture of him when he was like 4'3" real? with everyone, trees just standing? Is that real? Was that real?
Dude, so I can't tell if he's like just bending down in a weird spot or if he's actually just that small.
Was he playing like 6 age classes higher than what he was?
He was playing varsity as a 9th grader, I think.
Well, that's like not that impressive.
But
He looks like
he's
he was. I mean,
tiny.
he looked like he was 6 or 7 years younger than everyone else. Like, he looked like he was playing rec ball, and everyone else is playing varsity.
Dude, why do I feel like those dudes just looked extra tall? Like,
don't
those
know.
are the tallest high schoolers I've ever seen.
Someone said that one of the guys in it was Costa Kufus. Costa Kufus.
The
Hey,
He's
say
NBA
an
it.
Ohio State alum.
How do you say that?
Costa Kufis. He's a King
Costa?
and an Ohio State alum.
Yeah. But that was a good series. McCollum's a beast. I want to shout out the Nuggets. They're a fun team. They'll be around hopefully next year. Jokic is a beast. Jamal Murray, beast.
Dude, when they sent out the thing to their fans that said pre-sale for the Western Conference Finals, you knew they were in trouble.
Yeah,
Cantor had a field day with it. And also, I'm glad to see that Cantor is still hanging around over here and he wasn't deported yet or kidnapped by where does he live? Turkish? The Turkish government hasn't kidnapped him yet. So that's good to see Cantor still.
He was celebrating Ramadan during the game. He ate his last meal at he ate his last meal at 3:45 a.m. that morning. And he didn't drink water during the entire game or day. And he played pretty well. I watched the game.
He definitely lied, dude. There's no way.
Dude, he couldn't take water during timeouts. And then after the game, he said it's a mental battle. And he said he won. Yeah.
So is Enes Kanter the strongest, mentally strongest person in the country?
No, Kawhi Leonard. Dude doesn't blink. He's a robot.
Okay. Do you think that the Blazers are going to have a chance against Golden State? Durant's out game 1, maybe 2.
I want to say yes, but like Curry eats when Durant's out, and Klay Thompson's so good.
I mean, they're good.
And
players.
Kevin Looney.
Dude, come on. We're having a serious conversation here. Although I did play against Kevon Looney one time. Fun fact.
Really? How'd you do?
Oh, I think first 4 possessions he dunked, I think. He was unstoppable. Okay. Played for a team from Milwaukee. Very good player.
Wow.
But you know what's really crazy about the NBA playoffs is I think I saw a stat today that like 90% of the player are from low or mid-major schools. And we got like Curry's mid-major, Lillard and McCollum mid-major, Kawhi's a mid-major, Giannis is from Europe.
People forget about McCollum Lehigh against Duke.
Dude, I'll never forget that game. I was like, who is this CJ McCollum mother effer? And he dropped a 35 spot. I think he missed like 3 shots the entire game. And he had that one move on, I think it was Gerald Henderson. He just absolutely broke him down.
Crisscrossed him, dude.
Yeah.
Took his lunch money. Silly. Put him on skates.
I never watched a single game of Lillard in college. I can safely say I've never seen Weber State play a basketball game.
I don't even know where that is.
Huh. I think it's
outside. Sounds like it's in. Let's play this game again.
Oakland. Yeah, Chad, look it up.
Chad, look it up. I'm gonna say it's in like Oregon.
Oh, I'm gonna do it as well.
What is Oregon?
I'm going outside of Oakland, California.
What is Oregon? Are you looking it up?
It's Weber State, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it is Missouri.
Missouri's a terrible guess.
It is in Utah. Wow.
What part?
It's in Ogden, Utah, which is first of all, Utah is a Sunshine State. It's in Weber State is actually funny enough located in Weber County. I bet you didn't know that.
Did not know that. Fun fact of the day. But
where's that in relation to Salt Lake City?
I don't know. Weber County, you said it is?
You know what? What if he went to the Jazz? There's a hometown kid.
So Boizos.
Put Donovan Mitchell on the Blazers and put Damian Lillard on the Jazz. What happens? Anything?
Jazz are really good and the Blazers are average.
I can at you.
I got a big hypothetical.
You don't like Donovan Mitchell?
I think he's all right. He's no Dame Lillard. John, I got a big hypothetical for you. Who wins, Milwaukee or Toronto?
Toronto.
Dude, Kawhi Leonard might be unstoppable, but I've been looking into some advanced statistics of the Bucks, and they are like one of the best like NBA teams we've had in like recent years. as far as stats go.
You know what?
Think
Kawhi's got that it factor.
I know
I
he
don't
does.
see them lose.
Does Giannis too, though? He
He
could.
does. I think Kawhi and Siakam, the combination of them, are going to clamp him up better than anyone else has. I'm not going to say they're going to clamp him up, but they're going to do a better job than everyone else has.
But here's the thing: is Kyle Lowry going to score a point in that series? Because the Bucks might straight up lock him down.
Yeah, he might. We'll see. He doesn't have a very good track record. So, I mean, he's in uncharted waters entirely right now. Has he ever made it out of the first round other than this year?
Yeah, him and DeRozan made it to an Eastern Conference Finals and lost to LeBron, I believe.
Sounds about right.
He disappeared though. He's so bad in the playoffs.
So bad. An
He's
enigma.
Got the absolute yips.
Oh God, yeah.
So bad. I think the Bucks are gonna win that series.
You know, I had the yips, dude. I was worried my pilot today when I was landing had the yips because that plane was going every direction as we were approaching the runway. I was like, what's happening here?
Dude, I want to say something. I feel like planes are getting more and more unsafe, which makes no sense to me.
Dude, I got off the plane. As I was getting off the plane, the flight attendant goes, "Thanks for joining us on the amusement park ride today." I was like, it really wasn't that bumpy. What, is this normal for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely not. Dude, I don't know. I feel like planes should be like futuristic at this point, but they're still just these fucking huge metal cans, basically.
I will
Dude,
never
every
go on a
time I
small
fly
plane.
now, I just make sure I open that pamphlet. I'm the only one on the plane who opens it, and I make sure it's not a Boeing 737 Max. As long as I'm not on that, I feel good about it.
Dude,
I
I check my ticket before the flight. I just see what flight it is.
heard the craziest story just last week about planes. My sophomore year roommate, his frat buddy, has a dad that flies. He has his pilot's license and does smaller planes. He was flying with his wife and aunt and uncle down to Florida. Crashed. All four died.
Yikes, dude. Yeah,
I
dude,
know.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm never doing a small plane. Bigger the
No.
better.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm flying PJs at some point in my life, just private jets. I don't have to worry about any of that. Like a
Those
nice
are
private.
smaller.
Oh, speaking of planes, you see Drake's new
Drake's,
fucking-
yeah,
Oh
I was
my
just gonna say
god.
Air Drake.
It looks like a casino inside of it, dude.
Oh God, yeah.
It's
Bigger than my
massive.
apartment.
Yeah. Seriously. It probably is actually.
Honestly, dude. Looks like an office. Big.
You think he has a recording studio in there somewhere? He's got to,
Be
right?
shocked. It could be the bathroom.
That'd be wild. It drops down from the ceiling.
Just give it a little rip while you're on the can.
You hit the light, the lights go off, you get a weird like spotlight, it drops down from the ceiling. He goes in. Take care.
Yeah.
You know, he's just in his feels on the PJ. Oh, I can see it now.
Boys,
I can see.
I don't know what made me think of this, but switching gears a little bit. So about 2 or 3 weeks back, I think there were 10 NHL teams left, still alive in the playoffs, and there were about 7 teams that we said if they made it to the Stanley Cup, we would go to that city to watch a Stanley Cup game, and I'm pretty sure all 7 of those teams are eliminated at this point.
Carolina's still around.
Carolina's still around. They're down, but they're not out.
Carolina's still around.
Oh,
I can promise you Boston and the Western Conference teams weren't on there.
No, absolutely not.
can you give me a little props for my
Yeah,
Sharks?
Doing well. I liked your tweet. I think that was good enough. I didn't need to do anything else.
Dude, I
job.
wanna go all the way back to when they played the Knights though, since we never talked about this. What they got absolutely handed a game
Yeah.
with that 5-minute major.
Yeah. That was ridiculous. That would have knocked them out too.
They scored 4 goals on a 5-minute major, which
That
is
was the worst.
very impressive. But
Terrible. Yeah.
horrible call.
Terrible penalty. Terrible penalty. Pissed me off, in fact. I woke up and I went to bed that night. The Knights were up by 3, I think. I woke up the next morning. I said, "Hey Siri, who won the Knights game?" She goes, "The Knights lost." I had almost threw the phone out. I thought it was broken. I couldn't believe it.
Dude, Siri messes up a lot.
I really thought it was broken.
I ask for something and Siri every time just redirects to whatever the first noun is, Wikipedia page.
Yeah. You know,
It's
and
like-
if you say anything that sounds similar to the word Siri, she loses her mind. She's screaming at you. Like, I think, seriously. Oh, it didn't work that time. Every time I say seriously close to the phone, she screams at me.
Dude, also, I don't need this thing talking back to me.
Yeah.
Like, if I say something, don't get smart on me. You're a phone.
True.
Just give me directions to the nearest barber shop.
Who would win a fight, Siri or Alexa?
Alexa, dude. That thing's
Yeah.
freaky. Dude, how about that robot they made? What's that robot's name in like the Middle East? It,
That's like running up shit.
Is it like Eve or something? It gave like a public speech.
Adam and Eve.
wild.
Adam and Eve.
I don't know about this one yet. I'm really glad I don't, though.
Dude, you shouldn't look into it. It freaks me
I
out.
still can't get over Amazon dropping drones from a blimp, dude. That's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Dude, we're so, for lack of a better word, we're so fucked.
With what?
Just like technology is just
Think
insane.
about the pyramids, dude.
No, but like we got
Giza.
drones, we got blimps, we got drones coming out of blimps, we got robots.
We got Bill Nye screaming about carbon emissions and the dude. He said in a century, if it keeps going up like 4 degrees, everything's just gonna be on fire.
Minty birth control.
Yeah, that freaks me out. Climate control just like straight up pulled up to our door, has been knocking for about 20 to 25 years, and it just straight up bazookaed the door down. Straight up missile launcher to the front door.
John, do me a question. Ask Abby what frightens her the most about the future.
Do me a question. Abby, what frightens you most about the future?
I don't know.
She doesn't know. Breaking news. Abby doesn't
not
know.
enough.
Not living enough, she said.
Okay.
Wow. Speaking of climate change, there's a storm warning coming to Raleigh here tomorrow. Hurricanes, Bruins. We touched on it briefly for a second, then got off track. They're down 2-0. They got embarrassed twice. I don't think it's a coincidence. I was out of the country. I think they're going to be fine now that I'm back, because that didn't happen when I was here. Are they going to take game 3? I think they're going to take game 3. When you least expect it, because they got blown out twice. Well, they didn't get blown out in game 1. They got embarrassed in the third period. I think they allowed 4 goals in the third period, so that was pretty terrible. I think they're going to take game 3. What do you think?
They got smoked. They got smoked twice, which makes me literally sick to my goddamn stomach. You hear? Sick to my stomach because I hate Boston sports. And it sucks, dude. They always find a way to fucking win in something. It's bullshit. And their fan base sucks so much.
Dude, Dave Portnoy's insufferable on Twitter for this series. I just want the
my
Canes
God.
to win because of that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
He's one of the greatest trolls of our generation. No
Probably
doubt.
the greatest. He's got a gift.
I don't know if I like him per se, but I respect
love the
his
guy.
game. I respect his game.
I love the guy, but he bothers me sometimes, you know.
He's an absolute machine.
He is.
Yeah. Freaks me out a little bit. But I can't see the Bruins go to the finals, so I'm pulling for Carolina hard. They're going to come back. They're going to take a game in Boston, and they're going to fucking go to the Stanley Cup, and we're going to pull up to Raleigh.
Okay.
And we're going to have a weekend of our lives.
I love
And
the
we're going to see the Hurricanes win the Stanley Cup.
Do we have a place to stay, John?
I mean, it's a 2.5-hour drive, so we can figure
We'll
it out.
like get a
Sleep in the
hotel
car.
or something. Get an Airbnb.
Run a
Something
man
special.
van, who knows?
Oh, the Hurricanes
Something.
don't play in Charlotte?
No, that's why I said Raleigh. Are you paying attention or what's going on over there?
I was so confused.
Dude, it
Well,
would
maybe-
be. Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying maybe we could do, if it's like hypothetically a Saturday night game. I'll come in like Thursday night. We'll just sleep tight that night because you're gonna have to work the next day. I'll go and do brunch on my own Friday while you're at work.
Little
you
solo
get done.
mission.
Yeah, I'll be blacked out. You come get me.
2 mimosas. He's gonna be blacked out.
Yeah, we can do whatever. And like, I'll just, I don't know. I'll take yours or Abby's bed. You two can have the other one, and it'll be good.
We actually might have the greatest air mattress in the world. I'll be honest.
I'm not a
We
big
don't.
air mattress guy.
You wouldn't even recognize it as an air mattress.
Connor, open
That's
your
how big-
eyes. Okay.
My eyes are wide open, brother.
They are wide open. That's just his normal face.
Oh.
That's what it looks like.
So do we have a? I'm assuming we all have Boston winning that series, but who do we have?
Connor just said he is the Hurricanes.
Wait, you have
I'm-
them coming back?
I have the Hurricanes winning the Stanley Cup.
That's
bro. I'm
literally
all
you're
in.
lying. You're lying.
I literally just said that about 7 minutes ago.
Now, although I think that Carolina will win Game 3, I do think the Bruins, unfortunately, it pains me to say, will win the series.
The Bruins will sweep the Hurricanes. They will play the San Jose Sharks in the finals, and the Sharks are taking the cup, baby.
I
So-
gotta say, I think it's gonna be Boston over San Jose, which is a nightmare scenario. So I hope I'm gonna be wrong and jinx it. I really do.
The Sharks are up, what, 1-0 on the
They're up
Blues.
1-0.
Game 2
They're
tonight.
down. They're losing 1-0 after one period right now.
I think it's going to be Carolina, St. Louis.
No,
Carolina takes the cup.
That's a hot take. I
That's a-
respect the hell out of it, though. Don't
that
get me
just
wrong.
pissed me off.
I would love to
Taras-
see that.
Tarasenko's going to put the Blues on his back. The Hurricanes are going to figure it out at home, and they're going to get
I'll
to
tell you what.
Tuca, and they're going to win.
If St. Louis steals this one on the road, that would be that would change my view a little bit. But I don't know. Bennington's still been incredibly impressive despite his bad game one as a rookie. I know he's a little bit older, and Chad gets pissed off about that, but he's been good.
Bad.
Where was he before this year? Why is he so old?
I have absolutely no idea. Probably the minor leagues.
He just got
I literally
amazing out
never
of
heard of
nowhere.
this guy until like a month and a half ago.
Wait, who?
Bennington.
Biddington.
Dude,
Where'd he come
he's
from? Why is he so old?
90 years old.
Yeah,
he's
we're
still a
Literally
rookie.
9. Yeah, he's not. It's bullshit that he's considered for Rookie of the Year. That's absolute horsecock. Why should he be part of
But
that?
he's a rookie.
It doesn't matter. He's played professional hockey for probably 8 years.
Speaking of rookies of the year, you saw this crazy stat. We're going to shift. I'm going to shift it. I feel like we need to shift it. Ben Simmons didn't attempt a single shot outside of the paint in the whole series, all 7 games against the Raptors, 0 shots outside of the paint. I tweeted it today. One-dimensional. He's a liability. I don't think he's a very good player.
I'll tell you what. If I'm Philly, I'm trading Embiid. I'll keep Simmons.
Oh, no.
No. Listen, I hate Embiid's antics, but no. Dude,
The guy can't stay healthy. Why would
He-
Why would that be your superstar? A guy that
He
can't
played
stay
through
healthy.
tendonitis and like 3 different viral infections last night. It's pretty impressive.
And that makes it better.
Yeah, it does. Toughness, dude.
Shit, it makes it better. There's
It's a long
there's a
season.
good chance he doesn't play over like 55 games a year for the rest of his career.
Are
And
the
that's
Sixers
fine.
in trouble? Do you think they're in trouble?
If they
I
fire Brett Brown, it's officially over. They're gonna blow stuff up.
Yeah.
I'm saying you trade Embiid, you keep Simmons and Tobias Harris. Jimmy Butler's debatable. You trade Embiid to someone for like 3 or 4 shooters.
What you're telling me? A team's just handing you 3 or 4 shooters for Joel Embiid? That's not a
Trade
realistic trade.
Trade Embiid for Klay Thompson and
The Warriors aren't doing that.
I don't know. I'm just saying, find a team with. Okay, I got it for you. You trade Embiid to Washington for Brad Beal. Who else do they have? They must have someone decent.
They have John Wall, but you're not getting both of them.
Oh, I don't, Wall doesn't help. How does he fit with Ben Simmons?
He
I'm
doesn't.
just saying, you gotta get Benny Simmons. Tobias Harris is a good shooter, but you need a couple more elite shooters, and that team could win an NBA championship.
Markel Fultz is a pretty good shooter.
Yeah, you're damn right.
We got rid of him.
Dude, more yips. That's a sad case.
Dude,
It
he's
was
the
all-
mayor of Yiptown is what he is.
Oh yeah, I did see a crazy fact about him though, is that when he went to Orlando, although he didn't play a game, post him getting traded there, they had the best record in the East to end the regular season.
Oh, good locker room guy.
Yeah, synergy. They felt good vibes from him. Played well.
Speaking of facts, it's time for a little titillations. John is not paying attention. Classic. So I'm just not going to include him in this. It is 39 to
I am
26.
paying attention.
Oh my God, you're torture. 39-26. John is in the lead. The first one we have up. This one is a special guest. Pat Metzger wanted me to share this one on the air. So this is for Metzger. And it goes as this. Derek May has the most home runs from a Rochester-born player in MLB history for a single season. How many did he hit?
Okay, I like this one.
Can
Am
I get
up
a-
or is he up?
Can I get a team?
Minnesota.
Derek May.
John, you're up first.
Is he related to Trevor May? That's my
No.
question.
No,
Former
he's
Twin.
not. No,
If he
he's
isn't,
not.
if he isn't still on the Twins. Okay,
Hey,
I'll say he hit 17. That number's been on my head.
Yeah, I don't even know who this guy is, which is sad.
Can we get a year?
Yeah, when did he play?
1993.
Oh,
Should
my-
I? Okay.
You wanna you wanna
Oh, the
you wanna go
steroid
again?
era. No, I'm sticking at 17 because I've never heard of him. I don't think he's very good.
Okay. Rochester-born player. I'm gonna go with 12.
And it is 10. So Connor's on the board first.
That one pisses me off. You just pissed me off, Chad.
I was thinking about going with 20, but I was like, John's kind of right about he's got to be low.
Yeah,
Where did you go to high school?
I don't know. Yeah, I lied about him
Kidding me?
playing for the Twins as well. I have no clue. Pat did
You
not
bother
provide.
me sometimes. You
Pat
really
did not
bother me.
provide me with
You
enough
just
info.
lied on air twice.
Okay.
Is that obstruction? Is that
It's
obstruction to the game?
Obstruction of justice. I agree.
I'm
the
literally
next
calling
one,
911. I'm going to dial 911.
we need a year. Okay. Up until what year did the NCAA require college football players to study during half times of their games?
Wow. They used to require their NCAA players to study during halftime.
Football players specifically. Up until what year?
Connor, you got the floor.
I know. This is just absolutely from the hip. You could put a blindfold on me with this guess. 1932
So it's a-
was on my mind.
I was going to say 1933, so I'm sticking with it.
1925.
Let's go.
All right.
Dude, the comeback's on. You still have to get to 50. I'm only
The next-
11 back
This is
right now.
upset.
This
It's
is
gonna
a
be-
dandy.
It's going to be brutal if I don't get to 50.
How
That means
many,
we'll be doing this for several more episodes.
how many days per year are there with no professional sports games?
4.
What'd you say,
4.
Connor?
4.
I know.
4. 4.
Does
PGA
women
championships
does
this
the
weekend.
WNBA count?
It's professional sports, so yes.
Oh my gosh.
Does that even affect your answer? Like,
A little bit, yeah. I'm gonna go with 2.
Powers hits it on the head. It's 2.
He's hot. He's so hot.
All right. Connor, you're up now. What is the average lifespan of an MLB baseball? How many pitches on average does it last?
This number feels good, and I'm feeling hot. 47.
there's no way. 46. I have to do it.
It is 6 pitches.
Wait,
That was
are you saying like the physical lifespan, like it only has 6 pitches in it, or they just switch the catcher gives it back 6 pitches later?
switches.
Oh, that's so
That's a
much
misleading
different.
question.
Yeah,
The
I was,
average lifespan
You're
of an MLB
you're one strike away from being sent to court.
I
Chad.
was thinking when like the
I mean-
ball's literally unplayable anymore.
All right, so Connor, you got one that he lied on, and I got one that he lied
All
on.
right,
So
that's fair.
this
Chad,
whole
you gotta
this whole
lock
segment
it
has an
up.
asterisk now. Chad, you're under the scope. You better friggin' lock it up before
We're
I
in
get
the
this.
steroid era right now.
All
Yeah.
right. The last question of the day. For an NFL game, how many footballs must the home team provide for the game?
All right, he can't really lie about this one. I feel like
No, I'm
he
intrigued.
can't. I'm gonna say now. Does this include warm-ups, or is it strictly to be used in the game?
He doesn't know
Total.
he's gonna lie.
No, total.
He just lied.
No,
he lied.
it's total.
Total. So warm-up, stand game.
Yes.
These questions are bothering me. 22. 22.
You're a liar, Chad.
It includes warm-ups.
You don't know that, but okay.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna go with. Oh God. 20 feels good to me.
36.
Nice work, John. He snags the second two. Little momentum going in.
Wow. Questionable.
Oh, yeah.
Just a lot of questions surrounding
Yeah,
that
you're under
game.
the scope. You're on the hot seat, dude.
It is now 41-29.
That was a lackluster performance on your end, let me tell you. Let me be the first to tell you.
Do we have golf coming up this weekend or anything?
We have the PGA coming up.
We do, right?
And there was some big news in the PGA with Justin Thomas pulled out today.
He did?
JT pulled out today, yep.
For what?
Injury.
Really? I did not see that.
Yeah.
All I know is Tiger's
Can
been
we
there
flash back real
grinding.
quick to when Dustin Johnson had the all-time greatest golf injury?
When
When he just somehow fell down the stairs before. Was that the Masters?
Tiger?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
Dustin Johnson. When he
Masters
fell down
last
the
year.
stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Questionable story to this day.
Dude, he might have had a little something in his system. I don't know.
That was the
DJ's
word
a wild card. He's fun, though.
He's the one married to Gretzky's daughter, right?
Married, dating,
Yes.
I don't know. They're
Yeah.
a relationship of
I
some
believe
kind.
they're married.
You would like to believe a mutually beneficial
What's
one.
her name? Pamela?
Paulina.
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 She's a beautiful woman. Shout out Paulina.
Yeah.
Also, I saw today, since we didn't get to talk about the Derby last weekend, I saw today the jockey from the winning horse got suspended for
15 days.
so he's gonna miss the Preakness.
Dude, I'm honestly
What's going on in horseback riding
those
right now?
horses, the winner and then the fake winner both didn't. They're not running the Preakness though.
Is this whole thing a sham, dude?
I'm pretty sick of it. I'm pretty over it this year. I think they completely botched the Kentucky Derby.
I'm interested to see how what's his name does. Guantanamo Bay or whatever.
I don't know.
The one that withdrew from the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
like
Chad,
easily the favorite.
The favorite, yeah. The Iron Horse, the Iron Throne.
Guantanamo Bay. Let's just call it that.
All right,
that thing will dominate.
You know what we should do? Let's just buy a horse. Connor, you have horses. Let's
my dad had
horse.
2 race horses 2 years ago. He had 2 that ran at Finger Lakes.
We'll name it Guantanamo Bay.
How much does a horse cost you?
You own a horse. How do you not know?
Well, it's different from a race horse.
I never bought it.
All right.
They passed away recently. R.I.P.
Dude, our horses like
Great
stocks.
horses.
Oh no!
It's all good.
Did I just strike a chord with you? Are you okay?
No. They live
gonna make
30.
it through?
They live 30 years.
Is that
That's a
above
great
average?
life. I feel like it has to be, right?
Wow.
It's
Well,
a
good
long
for them.
life.
We should celebrate it. Them.
Yes.
Yeah, but how much does buying a racehorse cost? I'd be interested.
I would say the top of the line ones are anywhere from 50 to 60,000. I'd say like the Finger Lakes ones are probably like 2,000-3,000.
Dude, they're definitely more than that.
Yeah,
more than 50, 60.
I think they got it. I know that there's horses that sell for breeding purposes, so it could be different. But for breeding purposes, they sell for like $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, nuts.
Dude, I just looked it up real quick, just a quick little Google machine. Justify was going to have 250 kids in 1 year. That's impressive. And they were the asking price is $150K each.
Could you imagine hunking out one kid a day for like more than 3/4 of the year almost?
How do you still have like?
Yeah, we don't have to get into that, but we're all thinking it. Yeah.
I mean,
that's the definition of a
stamina too.
Yeah.
Pop your hip out at some point.
Just machine gun like.
Your lower back would give out almost immediately.
Oh yeah.
So much rug burn.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wild. Regardless.
Talking horses.
Yeah. Regardless.
So much rug burn.
Anything in the baseball front really worth talking about? Christian Yelich has been absolutely beasting. He's got
Alex
like 16
piping
home
hot.
runs.
Christian Yelich has solidified himself as the second best player in the MLB, so that's good.
Don't tell me Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger is the best.
I guess Mike Trout doesn't exist anymore.
No, he doesn't. He can't even sniff Bellinger's shoes. Tim Anderson, I fucking love.
Yeah.
I love him on Twitter. He's just like
That
putting
tweet
up hype
with
videos.
put Al Leiter and what's the other guy's name on MLB Network? Mark DeRosa. He put him on blast. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Was that the one with biggest alley-oop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
AKA top
that-
10 song of my life.
Yeah.
All time. I'm confident in saying that. Comfortable to say it.
I have to say, since you mentioned it a couple weeks ago, it's increased in frequency of my listening frequency.
Oh, I try to pop it in there once a day.
Yeah, you have to. Gets you gassed up every time.
Absolutely.
So, looking at the standings, any big surprises or disappointments you guys want to talk about? I see the Nationals are 16-24. St. Louis.
The Rays. Tampa Bay just keeps winning. They got a solid team. They just lost their ace, a.k.a. my best pitcher in fantasy so far this year. Glasnow's out for a month, so that sucks.
Dude,
Yeah.
the NL Central is like
The best
dirty
division
right now.
in baseball. It
Well,
always is. I mean, it
that's-
always is. What's
Oh,
better?
why? But
AL East is pretty good, I guess. It's not terrible.
I
That's the
will
best-
say,
Orioles. There's not a weak team in the NL Central, though. The Orioles are terrible, and the Blue Jays are pretty terrible, so
Cincinnati's bad.
they're not that bad, though.
They're decent, 18-23. Now they're getting
That's what
better.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
something interesting I saw today that I wanted to ask you, John, was what did you think about? I saw that when the Rays traded Archer to the Pirates, they got Glasnow and
Austin Meadows.
Meadows. Yeah, what do you think about that? I know
I
you're a
You've got to
Pirates
be
fan.
pissed
I
off.
can't
You gotta
stand
be-
it, dude. And when it happened, I was like, why are we doing this? Those are our two best prospects. Glasnow, I was so excited. Both of them, I was so excited for forever. And they just ship them away.
Meadows is a stud.
They're both studs, dude. It's brutal, but I mean, Glasnow was walking the whole league when he was in Pittsburgh, so I don't know. Maybe he needed that. Meadows should never have been traded. That was terrible. I don't know. Good job for Tampa, I guess. All 7 fans will get to enjoy them for the next 6 years until they trade them.
That's literally what Tampa does. They just get good players, like churn them for like 4 years. Hopefully they sniff a championship. If not, ship them out. Repeat the process every time.
You know the craziest thing? Because now that I'm looking at the standings, Cincinnati's 5 games under 500, but they're plus 30 run differential.
Really?
How's that possible? Yeah.
How does that happen?
That means
I mean,
you're pretty much every game you're losing by like 5 to 7 runs.
That's 4th best in the NL. And there's only 4 teams in the AL with higher than that. The AL is also a joke, by the way, because only 5 teams in the AL have a positive run differential. So that's pretty great.
So
the best
you're
team
telling me
is Houston at plus 69. A good number.
I love that
great
number.
number.
It's too
So
much
you're
work,
telling
though.
me that the Reds should hypothetically be much better than they are right now.
I'm telling you, and I'm not, I don't do this myself, but if you are out there and you see Cincinnati, if they offer a win total for the season, I would slam the hell out of Cincinnati's over because there's no way they're gonna keep losing at this rate. And also, and I hate to do this to the Pirates, but they're minus 35, which is abysmal. But they're 3 games above 500, so I don't know what's going on. Everything's backwards.
So slam the under with Pittsburgh.
And you just watched me get my first concussion because I don't know how the frig that's all possible.
You just got Shaviznikov.
I Shaviznikov myself. Svechnikov. How do we forget how to say this guy's name.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
tough.
it doesn't matter at this point.
Svechnikov.
Everyone knows.
Svechnikov.
Yeah.
He's back though. Good for him. Maybe the Canes will do something.
Yeah, the other team I wanted to talk about in the MLB is the Red Sox turned it around real quick.
I mean,
in
we're
the AL
never
East.
gonna act like that wasn't gonna happen.
Listen, I was worried about Chris Sale since he is on my fantasy team. I was straight up worried about him.
Okay.
But
You know,
then he
Donald
comes
Trump
back.
is-
He has a 10.
Trump has taken credit for him recently too. He said he tweeted today ever since they went to the White House, like all they've done is win. Guy's unbelievable.
He's another next level troll for sure. That wild. But regardless, Sale's been unstoppable lately. Yelich has been unstoppable. Bellinger has been
Chris Paddock.
unbelievable. Chris Paddock's been good. Very good. You got anyone you want to shout out from your fantasy squad, John?
Dude, I already said it. Bregman is piping hot. He hit 2 more bombs yesterday. He's up to
Domingo
12
Santana.
I think he hit him all the last few weeks. Domingo Santana has been steady. He's got a schnit ton of RBIs. My pitching staff is a mess. It's honestly depressing. It makes me really sad to look at the injuries that I'm dealing with and the poor performances of. I think Darvish has like 75,000 walks this year. It's pretty uncanny. I think Chad could have better control out there. He'd be throwing it about 35 miles an hour down the pipe, but at least he'd be
throw knuckleballs.
putting it over the plate. So I don't know.
I'd also like to shout out Charlie Blackmon. That man is every year he just goes out there and just steady.
Let me just quickly say it again. Bregman homered again tonight. He's up to 13 on the year now. He's raking right now. He gets me fired up.
He's a good player.
Shout out to my first 2 picks, Trey Turner and Jose Altuve, for being healthy. It's always nice. Shout out to really, I don't know.
And today I picked up, this is a little ode to Charlotte. Went to a Charlotte Knights game a few weeks back, drank a few beers, started yelling at the players in the outfield. We were sitting in the bleachers out there. The guy in front of me, Charlotte Knights left fielder Charlie Tilson, he didn't interact as much as the guy on the other team, so I wasn't yelling as much, but he got called up, and now he's on my fantasy team. So it's funny when you see it come full circle like that. But I was screaming at him at a minor league baseball game a few weeks back. Just giving him some pointers, get yourself in a 3-point, just a good stance right here. Put a little.
We got John in full out squat.
45 degrees. You got to get 45 right here. Glove in hand, balls up. You got to get that right there. Cock it back. Chad, you should take notes too because you didn't have the best arm out there. You get it, you throw. I had a friggin' cannon. Oh, I want to get back out there now. You guys might need to fly down.
I was the guy that would put my whole body into it and fall down every time I threw.
Chad would make me laugh hysterically because he would throw all 120 pounds he had into that throw from right field, center field, whatever you played. And, he would go to the ground. And sometimes I didn't know if it was real or not, but, it looked real. And it was the funniest thing ever.
Thank you.
You did what you were told out there. You did what you needed to do.
I did.
Good.
Do you want a good story for the folks at home?
Yeah.
So modified baseball, when I played for Pat Lawley,
great guy.
It was my first game of the year, and it was 7th grade, so first time with him. And Paul Wood was umping, for those of you who know Taylor Wood's dad. So Taylor's a cute girl, so had a bit of a crush on her, and somehow Pat Lawley knew that. He saw us talking in the stairs. So I go to my first at bat, and he calls me down the third baseline. And he looks at me. The guy doesn't say much to begin with. He's like, "This is a big at bat for you." I'm like, "Coach, what do you mean?" He's like, "This is potentially your future father-in-law umping this game." I literally I shit myself on the spot.
Would you do that at bat?
I walked. I came back.
Down to the short.
I wound up scoring that, and I come back to the dugout, and they're like, everyone in the bench is like, "What did he say to you? You look like you saw a ghost." And I told them, and everyone was shitting their pants, and it was one of the scariest moments of my life.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with a little blue collar at bat.
Did he give you any favorable calls at bat?
And you know what just happened?
He likes me.
Since we've been talking here, to open the first 5 minutes of the second period, St. Louis scored, and then San Jose scored shorthanded. It's 2-1 now.
Okay.
If you had the under in this game, you're all of a sudden a little bit worried. Your pants got a little bit shorter. That didn't make sense.
I have never heard that.
Wait, no. I said it backwards. If you have the
wait.
over, your pants got a little bit short.
Do you mean your pants get shorter, like you cut them, or something else happened to make them shorter?
Something else happened, dude. A bodily. But that would be if you had the over.
So blood flow.
I have now officially Svishnikov myself twice.
This segment is brought to you by Blood Flow.
Okay.
Get
Does
some at your
anyone have
local
any
CVS.
last words before we depart into the distance?
I think that's it. I'd just like to shout out John and Connor for being two of my best friends. I'd like to shout out everything we have in the works. I'd like to shout out everyone that's helping us get to where we're at. I'd like to shout out Alyssa. I'd like to shout out God. I'd like to shout out the sky. So I think that's all I've got. You boys have anything else?
No, nothing
at
all.
If you're gonna give me the floor, I'll talk real quick. I gotta touch quickly on
AJ, give him the floor. Don't put any music in yet. I don't want music, AJ. Give the floor.
Me the floor. Maybe mix it up. Maybe throw something in we're not ready for. I don't know.
Like Scooby-Doo theme song. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. You guys saw Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, remember Chad watched it on that bootleg version?
That's right, yeah.
I
Have you
actually
seen the
watched
real
it
one
again tonight. Yeah, I did. Today.
You did?
Yeah.
What? Did you go to the theater?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I'm happy
we're
for you.
proud of you. Yeah, we're proud of you.
I only cried twice during it. I won't say any spoilers because I don't know who out there.
No, you can spoil it if you haven't seen it
at this point. Dude, come
yeah.
on. I want to know what parts.
Yeah.
All right, well,
point-
I just won the good guy award for the night. You guys can spoil it.
Well,
I don't know what parts you cried at.
I'm guessing it was when Happy told Stark's daughter, like, I'll buy you all the pizzas in the world or whatever.
It was cheeseburgers, and that was the one that really got me. That
That's
was
what I
when
meant,
the floodgates started to bend, and I had to stop them from completely busting open. The one before that was when they put his heart in the pond, in the lake.
So it was like back to back.
Another fun fact: San Jose scored against 2-2. And Logan Couture scored both of them actually. So, but I mean, what a movie,
dude!
And we can get into it and all the conspiracies and all this and all the plot lines that people might have glossed over. Like, I'm still rattled about the Tesseract falling into Loki's hands and him disappearing. I still don't know if that might come back up into play, but
it's got
there's just a lot, dude. A lot. I need to go see it again. I really do.
What about so I talked to Abby about this. We were briefly dissecting it. So at the funeral, they showed it was behind, I forget who, but the kid, Iron Man, the kid from Iron Man.
He was
3.
in Iron Man. Yeah, he was in it.
So is he like? What's his deal? Is he going to be in the future episode or movies or what?
No. I feel like you can't get rid of Iron Man completely. So we could see that kid again. We might see Tony Stark in the form of like a spirit or a projection, because of all the technology. Like when in Star Wars R2-D2 pops up the project. We could see Tony like that. Who knows?
Sure.
I love the movie. I know I was just absent for a while.
Well, that. I need to see it again though. I really do. Catch some things I missed.
Dude, I'm going to be honest, and everyone rips on me for this. I'm not a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy shit, so that's the parts of the movie that I don't love. And most people I know love that stuff. So I'm kind of in the minority there.
Did you watch those movies?
No.
Well, then
they don't interest me at all.
Have you tried to watch them?
No.
Oh, then you just blew your cover.
Listen, those are just movies. If you're looking at them from the outside in and you haven't seen them, they look so dumb, but they're hilarious. They're amazing movies.
They're really good movies. You're doing yourself a service and also pissing us off.
Okay, next week I'll watch both of them. I would like to say, what did you guys think of Falcon being named the next Captain America? I wish it was Bucky.
I'm surprised it wasn't Bucky.
I know.
But he's kind of got his own personality, dude. He's the Winter Soldier.
But Bucky has the super serum. I feel like Sam or Falcon ages, and Falcon's irrelevant. I couldn't give like 3 shits about Falcon. He is the most irrelevant Avenger there is. Maybe you guys disagree, but I just feel like he's irrelevant.
I'm kind of indifferent. I don't know. For now, at least, I'll probably get more fired up in the future. Good for Cap.
New Spider-Man trailer, by the way.
Incredible.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Seen the new Spider-Man trailer? Oh my gosh.
I need that.
He's
one.
in it.
Yeah, I look like Jake Gyllenhaal, I would like to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, on that note, we should probably
head off into the distance.
Head off to the distance. Say goodnight.
AJ, hit him with a little
Website soon.
outro. Website soon. Alyssa, I love you. Goodbye.